HQ.
Several versions.
He's nicked your move there, hasn't he?
That was good, that.
I thought you were going to join in.
No, not yet. It wasn't loud enough, but I don't want you to do it louder because then I won't.
No, don't.
My heart sunk when he did that then.
B for Blossoms, man.
Welcome back, all.
Blossoms.
See to switch into my alter ego. Right, there we go. How is everyone today?
What's your alter ego called?
Just a bit more positive and a bit more chatty for the cameras. Do you know what I mean?
What's he called?
He's called Myles with a Z.
That's pretty cool.
Which I actually renamed back when I had Facebook. I renamed myself to Myles with a Z, thinking that no one would find me on it.
Was that what when you got international fame in the band?
When I got international fame
when you got E-list celebrity fame.
Yeah, but when I used to be
list.
when it was a like bottom D list.
I've slipped down the rankings.
You've slipped down in
of course I've slipped down, yeah.
I didn't know this was the thing. So
yeah.
Do you reckon we were more famous or just you?
I was more famous.
Oh, yeah. To be fair, Myles was like... It was probably Tom than Myles, wasn't it?
Took a backseat.
The incredible look.
Coming back a bit now, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, enough of me again. Tom, how are you?
Good.
Yeah?
All right.
Josh?
Good. My beard's getting too long, though. I don't know if you've noticed.
I think my hair's getting a bit too long.
I was insulted the other day by someone... because my beard's going grey.
Yeah, well...
That doesn't no me, though.
Oh, no, I wasn't surprised, but it was just like, oh, now I'm thinking about that for still today.
I think going grey within...
I think you can going grey.
Do you go grey?
Cool do
you go grey like with the beard first or with the hair first? What do you reckon's the more
I started on the hair.
I don't think there's any.
So they don't go at the same time.
Does your beard?
I haven't grown any facial hair.
Here's one for you. Does your hair and your beard know it's a beard or a hair? Like, do you reckon it grows differently, or do you reckon it has like some form of like intelligence of knowing that it has to be because it's more curly, isn't it?
It grows different, doesn't it?
It's just because it's a different part of your body.
But it serves a purpose, doesn't it? But hence why, generally speaking, men are more hairy. I don't know why do we have a beard?
Is it to keep you warm back in the day?
Must be.
It will be.
It's some speculation.
This is like a carpet now.
It was one of my bullshits at one time on that, but Charlie's not here today.
Oh, Charlie's not with us.
He's playing.
Well, he's still alive. But he's not.
He is still with us.
Studio with Brooke in Liverpool. So.
He's laying down some tight ass riffs.
Look at that little.
Looking forward to hearing it.
That little thing of him that we had last time.
You don't have to cut to it this time.
No.
It's easier for you to edit.
So yeah, have fun. Chazless. I always find it interesting when there's not
a dynamic
one of us.
Shift.
It is interesting. I don't know. There always is a dynamic shift when one of us isn't in.
Well, I want. There was.
What do you think the strangest dynamic shift is?
Well, me, because I don't know what it's like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably better without me, innit?
Well, it's what we always say this, don't we? Like we've been saying this for fucking probably for 10 years, 11. Well, actually, tomorrow, 11th anniversary.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be
at time of recording
on Tuesday.
Yeah. 11th anniversary of the
24th of January.
24th of January. Yeah.
We started that first rehearsal.
What I was going to say was
mental.
Like sometimes we'll be in a room or we'll arrive somewhere and it's just us five and we'll go. Feels like someone's missing.
Yeah.
Even when it's the complete five.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's weird. So it's the 11th anniversary.
Tomorrow.
Pre-Myles.
Pre-Myles, yeah.
PM.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, it was good.
How long did it take till we got... How many gigs did we do?
I was joined in August, so 8 months.
Fucking hell. It's quite a long time.
We didn't do that many gigs though, because remember Charlie had his little expedition to America.
Oh, yeah.
And changed his mind and came home.
Yeah. And then we... Well, you didn't really do that when you gave up work.
We did. Let's work out how many... We did...
I saw you at one at that pub.
We did the route. Let's work from the start. We did Night and Day.
Obviously,
we did Ruby Lounge.
We did Ruby Lounge us four. Just Myles had joined the band, but he wasn't confident enough to play.
Did I fucking kick off? I must have only been in the band for like a week.
No, it was like a week.
But you came and you hung out with us and shit.
Yeah, friends.
Yeah.
Well,
Jordan was there, obviously.
Yeah. Surprised he didn't try.
Did we do any more around that time? I think we just did that Night and Day.
We did
Roadhouse.
Magnet. That's where I met Myles.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Yeah.
Magnet. Do you remember Roadhouse? We did it once without Myles, I think.
I can't remember it without.
I remember playing Madeline there.
Maybe you didn't know that? Yeah, because I fucked up.
I think you were there by then, actually, Myles. I think we only did about 3 gigs without Myles.
The moral of the story is, if you can't beat them, join them.
What would you do?
Oh, I didn't think we were doing shit.
What would you do?
Might as well throw a couple in.
What would you do? Hypothetikellock. What would you do? Hypothetikellock.
If you had $3,000 million.
Taking off, because they've always got the dollars in. I thought I'll do a couple without the dollars.
Are you going
this
to
time.
a pound?
No.
Oh,
neither.
Okay.
Yen. So this one's quite interesting. Never thought of this before.
Go on.
No, I would think of it, but you just won a lifetime supply of the last
something.
You just won. Yeah, you got to win some, haven't you?
I suppose.
You just won a lifetime supply of the last thing you bought. Now, what is it?
A sausage roll.
Sausage roll.
I wish I'd bought what I was going to buy.
What were you going to buy?
I'm going to buy some more jeans that I like.
Right.
Some jeans.
Yeah. Okay.
But I can't. I'm trying to think what. Do you know what the last thing I bought? It was two things in one. Do I get both?
I think the last thing.
I'm going to put some out here. I think the jeans thing.
I didn't buy them though, so it doesn't.
Yeah, but I think if you did, it'd be good for now. But you always think you're going to love them forever, and you don't.
I know
you love them for a bit, and then you go. You look back at some of the jeans we used to wear, and you go, "Fuck me." Do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, this is what my last thing I bought is a really good lifetime supply.
One of two.
Well, I bought them at the exact same time.
Survival.
Go on.
What are they?
Bananas and toilet roll.
Oh,
that's good.
That's what I bought
That's
from the corner
a good one,
shop
that.
before. So I'll say that.
Yeah, that is good.
I nearly bought an ice bath last night.
An ice bath.
You want one
Lifetime
of
shit,
ice.
ice baths. But
Ice, though.
the last thing I bought was some trainers.
Okay, not bad to have.
So you've not gone shopping. That's literally the last thing. You
I bought
nipped to the shop.
on my what's it called? No, I've not. I was thinking. Sophia went shopping yesterday. I didn't do it. Actually, no.
There we go.
No, the last thing I bought was fucking.
Yep.
Go on.
And
is it something lame?
Paint rollers.
Right.
That's
you
shit.
know the replacement rollers.
Yeah.
I bought the rollers and a hose splitter for the tap outside.
Fuck me,
They always break them.
That's shit.
Do you know why? Because it freezes the weather.
Yeah.
So and ice expands, so it cracks
That
the
happens
plastic.
to me the fucking day.
Yeah. So I bought a metal one.
Nice.
But,
This is that's like the. This is like 31. That's what this is shit
Game
you do when
over.
you're 31.
Myles, what did you buy?
I love being cute
I
though.
think it was either a cream egg.
Dad buzz off that. I love cream eggs.
I think it
not had a
actually
cream egg
was
for
a cream
ages.
egg, but then I nipped it. I think it was what's it called? Tahine.
oh yeah,
Tahine.
like the little
Yeah.
Spice.
the spicy shaky
Yeah.
thing.
You know, it's like a
Creamy
Middle
yogurty.
Eastern kind of sauce.
like
Yeah, I know,
tagine.
yeah.
Tagine, that's what it is.
No, tagine is the cooking thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
either tagine or a cream
Tagine,
egg.
they come in the
No, you made.
Thing.
You bought a tagine.
No. What is it now? I was making some
dish. As it's got like is it like couscous and stuff in?
No,
the
tagine is like.
Is it a spice?
It's a sauce. It's a
Yeah,
sauce.
with the-
It's like a
Oh,
liquid.
it's a sauce. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
not tagine.
Tahini, is that a thing?
Tahini. Maybe it's
Tahini.
that. We'll just go with cream egg.
It's summer. We'll just go with cream egg.
Let's go with cream
Cream
egg.
eggs easier.
Which
Josh, what was yours?
I went to Cobain in Heaton Moor. Massive shout. Best coffee around. And his girlfriend makes these harissa and apricot sausage rolls,
Wow.
and it's fucking tasty. It's the first time I've had one actually,
Nice.
and I had it when I got here. So I'd be happy
We like
with that.
Fuck.
I was nice indeed, but no one was around to see me have the
That was,
reaction.
do you know what? That was one of the best ones you've done for a while. That.
Well, you
I
see,
enjoyed
well
that.
done.
Yeah, that was actually enjoyable.
It's because you pre-planned
Chaz
it.
got so annoyed at the last
pre-planned
ones,
them.
didn't he?
Yeah,
He was
it's
like,
funny
Who's asking that?
he was fucking right in that.
I mean, I've got one more which is similar vibes.
Go on then.
Which could be
It's
quick.
good when it's inclusive and it's actually it's not too
It's
out
realistic.
Mm.
Well, not realistic, but interesting.
Okay, well, bit negative, but you are sentenced to life in prison.
Boss.
So you're there forever.
I'm still gutted that I'm getting a life supply of fucking paint rollers and tap splitters.
Well, you could be a painter or decorator in prison, so you are sentenced to life in prison, but the judge allows you to bring one console game that you will play for your life.
Ooh,
What
wow.
game do you
FIFA,
bring?
easy.
FIFA, yeah.
Yeah, but which FIFA though?
The latest one?
Can you
Newest
manage
one,
for the
probably.
rest? So the newest one forever.
Yeah.
Maybe
Do you think they
nostalgia.
improve?
Yeah, because the other one would be too old and
Yeah.
it'd be good for like nostalgia for an hour.
The thing with
long term.
FIFA is all these different things you can do. You could do a season.
You can play online as well.
It'd be that or
You can play-
GTA Vice City for
Yeah.
me.
Nice.
See, but it's Vice City, I think, gets boring quicker.
Yeah,
Whereas like FIFA's like you can do a season,
you can do
then
more.
you can do online, then you can do like a solo season where you're one player, then you can do management season. Do you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
then you can do like a season in another league. These you can go these like
And the possibilities are
They're
endless.
endless.
I think
yeah.
I'd have to go like as much as I've got like personal favorite like classic games and stuff. I think it'd have to be something
Bully.
that's like I would, but it's.
I know it'll
It's
lifetime
finite.
to do it. Yeah.
If it's like something like Minecraft, for example, I know it's lame, but like
That's a good one, that.
it's kind of it's what's the word when it's never ending essentially ish. Right?
Regenerative.
Like open world.
Yeah, but like
Survival.
it will just
Ever
keep
changing.
it'll just keep going.
Never. No, there's no.
So it's kind of like living a life in the game in a way.
I've never
Mm.
played Minecraft.
You
I-
like it?
Or any games.
I
I
could see you getting into it. It's actually
You would.
much more
You're
strategic
into
than
your
anything.
strategy games. I've seen them on your
Mm.
iPad and shit.
Oh yeah. When we're like,
And shit.
when we're like, if we're doing like a long flight and stuff, I'm all about like a
Mm.
strategy game, stuff like that.
You'd
But
like it.
I wouldn't like Minecraft. It's
You'd
not.
like it.
It's very.
There's a reason
You
though.
got to be
I've got-
smart.
I'm not. I'm not. It's not for me.
No,
Okay.
it's definitely not your cup of tea, is it?
That's what I mean. It's not.
And
it's
you
not
don't even
me.
like tea. So Christ,
Exactly, yeah.
what is it?
Right. Well. Okay. So
What's yours?
I might go for World of Warcraft. Only because
Ooh, yeah,
I can talk to people,
I've never played that either.
I've not, but I'd like to.
I think you used to play it.
and it's like it'll take a long time to get there. And it's
You're
got the same
probably the
thing.
least gamer in the band, aren't you?
And Chaz.
I'd say Chaz is.
Chaz has got nostalgia. You used to play Metal Gear and all
play
that.
Metal Gear Solid and stuff. And if it comes out on tour,
Yeah, I'd say I'm the least.
so you got
gamer, to be
on
fair.
tour. Obviously,
You get stuck
there's a
in,
lot.
don't you?
There's a lot of long.
I used to play
driving.
video games. though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But there's a lot of long driving on tour, so it's a good way to like play games again, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you mean I'm never get involved in that stuff?
Yeah. You don't really like. Sometimes we'll all get like in and watch like Myles will play some or something. What did we used to do that with? Zombies.
Resident Evil 7.
Zombies was good.
And it was
Resident Evil 7 was a
and
good
zombies. It was good vibes. That
They're
to be
good,
fair.
then. We should bring
Just
it back. They've
just
released a few
getting pissed
more.
up on the bus and watching because watching some games that are really good. Like when I got COVID the first time, and it was well early on in COVID.
Red Dead 2 for you, wasn't it?
I just bought Red Dead and played it, and I was like, it's
I'm
like
going through that at the
it's
minute.
like a film.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean it actually is like the storyline's mint,
It's great.
and it was the first time that I'd actually played a game. Other than that, I just played FIFA or something or GTA. But it was the first time I actually
Did the
gamed.
storyline?
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Or like, I'd say gamed. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really
It
been
is
a
like
game, but I
it's like watching
played
a
it. I was like,
season, like a series playing Red Dead, because you got if you don't skip all the little stories and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
no,
it's
I
really
did.
cool.
This is unrelated. Do you remember Simpsons Hit and Run?
I fucking
course.
love
great
that.
game, yeah.
I liked that.
Did you like that?
Spiral the Dragon.
Spiral
PS2
Dragon's cool.
PS2 was my peak.
Crash Bandicoot.
After PS2,
So you're talking like year 9 is when it stopped for you. Year 8.
Yeah, then it was strictly FIFA.
Yeah.
Up
But-
until then, I
06
fucked
then.
with a few
06.
things.
But
yeah.
we FIFA'd hard then.
We did. We had seasons.
What was FIFA like on PS2? What was it? What was
Do you know
that
what,
saying?
this is
They're the same, aren't
You've
they?
only got
What you've
you've
got.
only got the year you're in to compare it to, haven't you?
Mm.
this is weird.
Have you played that now?
Me and Tom like this weekend had a gaming night.
Wow.
Yeah, Budgie
Nice.
came round on was it Friday night?
It's Friday night. Yeah.
Friday night.
Fucking mint
That's
gaming
old school.
nights.
So-
What did you play? It was more like board
was just
No,
games.
we
FIFA,
did a
obviously.
we did a World
Alright.
Cup on FIFA. Got beat in the final, didn't we?
Belgium.
Bastards.
Damn.
Sound, innit?
Yeah.
But it was actually really because we do like let's do something. I can't be asked because every time we've met up recently, all our mates, the obvious thing is you go to the pub, don't you? Get some food on, and you end up just getting pissed, and you wake up, you're like, oh. Whereas we're like, what can we do? And then Tom was like, you know what, Katie's out, so we can
I
just
made a curry.
come to my house.
Me
Oh,
and
that's
Budgie.
fucking mint, that.
Tom made a curry, and we just fucking went
Budgie had
there
the curry.
Play some video games.
and
Yeah,
we
shout
played
out.
the World Cup.
Nice.
Do you know what? Time went too fast though.
Yeah.
I feel like we got there, and then it was like
See you later,
we
mate.
were in the
Yeah.
final, and it was fucking like
It's nice to find activities that are
Half
other
11.
than just getting pissed, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It just gets fucking boring. doesn't
that's good. Yeah.
it did, yeah. I suppose there's a time and place in there for all that. I do like going to the pub in the winter though. It's fucking
Oh,
cozy as fuck.
Mm. Well-
I think I prefer drinking in the winter than the summer,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
which I know is like against
Christmas and stuff. I always associate that with quite heavy
Yeah.
boozing.
Heavy boozing.
Even
Well-
though my wedding will be in the summertime.
Do you know what? I don't know. It is good though in the summer as well, isn't it?
I
Like,
think
you're like a
yeah.
festival, like
Sat in the
sun's
sun.
out, boss band, and you have a can. That
We've
is
got a
that is
few
vibe.
good
Yeah.
gigs that I'm looking forward to this year, which are unannounced at the moment. Which
Is there?
good, yeah. There's one.
Is it?
Which one?
Oh,
Ready to
yeah,
X.
you're going to like that one, aren't you?
Yeah, I can't wait for that
Which one?
This is the fan bit. This is the fan bit.
I had one straight up. This one's from Bethan. I don't know if that's Bethan, yeah. Said, oh hey, didn't see you there. Was at the National Gallery on Saturday, and I know Josh gets a hard time for being an old man, which relates to what happened earlier this week. But honestly, I hadn't realised his modelling career dates back as far as the 1600s. The first resemblance was funny, but by the end I was a bit creeped out by how he was everywhere I turned. I hope that's not actually like me. Anyway, there he is.
For you who are just listening to the pod and not watching it, there's a painting of someone who
just Google Josh Dewhurst,
looks like a Josh and Charlie love child, but maybe we should tweet that out.
A little bit, yeah. I could stick it on the story or something. But yeah, so that was a little one.
That's happened
so
a few times for you, that people sending in portraits, saying that you look like them.
Well, yeah, I think when my moustache is a bit more pronounced, but this is just like I've let go. You know what I mean? But we've got.
I texted you the other day, didn't I? Sorry to interrupt, because obviously we posted about you pulling on me.
Oh yeah,
love Josh's hair in that video.
The palette.
You know, when he's playing the guitar and all his like hair's coming down.
It's like curtains, isn't it?
I think you should do it.
Scene that, you know.
It was cool.
You should do it,
such a vibe.
You should.
Well, I can.
Since I've gone, do you know what, since I've gone shorter though, I've liked the change. It's been refreshing.
Maybe, yeah. Well,
I've like going a bit short.
It does give you a new lease of life.
Just changing your hair.
Switch it up.
Yeah, especially now, like you said, when you're younger. I was thinking this the other day. I was thinking, you know, when you're older and you have like then you have one hairstyle, don't you? Like you can't really change your hair. When you're like, I can't imagine like being 70 and changing my hair. I reckon people are like, what the fuck are you doing? Trying to really like.
No one's really like arsed, are they? When you just.
Well, that's what I mean. So I was like, you know what? You should change your hair when you're younger. So that's what I've got to say. I quite like my hair. I think I'm going to grow it long again, like for the wedding. But
yeah, it looks good.
I prefer it now. It's a bit longer. Yeah. I like this.
They always do. Once you've settled in like a week into your haircut,
you've got to grow into it, haven't you?
Looks good.
Nice to change, innit?
What are you thinking, Myles? Are you thinking of getting a cut?
I need to get a cut. This is the thing, when you get short hair, you have to get a cut more.
You always have the same hair, though.
Well, not like this isn't new, is it?
Well, it's not a big. It wasn't like, you know, Tom got a fringe. You've not done like you've not.
Would you want me to get a fringe?
Yeah, an emo fringe.
I am not getting a. Imagine me with a fringe.
You could. There's different ones. I'm saying you've not done any. You've kept like the middle part in. It's down. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you've not.
It's a bit different. It's shorter, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's not done a big change, has he?
Kurt Cobain was the reference, and I said we'll make it Queef Cobain. So it's Queef Cobain.
I think
my
just
hair.
on you makes it Queef Cobain.
You're quite Queef Cobain actually at the moment. Me and you together are Queef Cobain.
You fucking wish. I'm at a level above you.
I think you'll find I'm a level above you actually. Okay.
And you're higher than me.
Yes. Okay. Moving on.
Taller than me.
Next question.
I've got one from Finley Cooper. He said, "Now then, lads. First off, lots of love to you all.
Thank you.
I think you're all class. Been my favourite band for years. Question is, out of all the different music artists you've met, who stood out to you as pure sound person? Lots of love, shaggers. Stay safe. Justice for Myles."
Why?
I think because
First thoughts.
Oh,
Paul Weller was very sound.
He was.
Off the bat.
I mean,
Rick Astley's very sound.
I just think,
depends who you spend more time with.
I feel the real answer is we've not really met anyone who's a knobhead. Realistically,
there isn't really anyone.
Noel was sound. Liam was sound. Fucking. I've never come away from it when we've met anyone and gone, no, they were a bit.
No.
Everyone we've met was dead down. But I suppose he's saying like pure because like these little things, isn't he? Like you said, Myles, you made a good point. Like Liam, we've not spent that much time with Liam.
No.
We've only sort of met him. He was, don't get me wrong, he was lovely in that. But do you know what I mean? He was busy. Do you know what I mean? And he sort of stayed and goes, oh, cheers. Like, whereas like, no, we're on tour with him. So we met a little more. Weller, we had like a few dates with him. We had like
I think if you're talking pure, like, well, but Noel did that as well. Like, when we supported Weller, we were like not even that big at the time. No. It was like 2015. And it was in Ireland and he watched us side stage like every gig. I know we only did like 3 gigs, didn't we? But
means a lot that, you know.
He makes an effort to do that and like let us eat. It wasn't like you can't go and eat when Paul was. And to be fair, Noel didn't do that. And Noel watched the side stage when we were supporting him.
Noel was well so.
So they're two that like stick out, I suppose.
Noel did little things all, didn't he? Like you know when like sometimes when you support artists like that, and I'm not saying it's the artists themselves, but the team around them can be like, oh, their dressing room's nowhere near their dressing room.
It's like a prison,
it's dead separate, and like you can support some artists and never see them. Do you know what I mean? Or like they come in and say hi to you and that's it. Whereas it wasn't like that with Noel at all. With that whole tour, and it was just like our dressing rooms next to each other. He'd come in and go, do you want to come in for a drink and stuff? Himself, do you know what I mean? He didn't send someone in to do that. Just the little things like that, dead nice.
He'll jibbers at the Albert Hall now.
Rick Astley is fucking so sound.
Yeah.
Like he's probably the most
normal.
Yeah,
but we've had most of like he's like slept at my house.
He's a friend,
had, like,
isn't
a fucking
Yeah.
We've had drinks, haven't we, and dinner at mine with him and shit like that. Like, it's proper.
Just a friendship, innit?
Yeah,
It's a
proper.
friendship. Yeah.
He's a lovely, lovely guy.
Probably Rick. If you're going to pick one, I'd say Rick.
Yeah, well, Rick's, again, that's probably just because we're closer to him, do you know what I mean? Then there's other people, Liam Frey, do you know what I mean? People that we've been close to now for ages.
Yeah,
Liam's helped us out
like close.
massively in our career.
Who's the dickheads then? Come on, let's roll them off.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's weird. Maybe we've just been dead lucky and we've not actually... I don't think there is actually there's not that many dickheads anymore. I think it's an industry you can't really be a dickhead in anymore.
I've heard stories about other people we've not met, and I can't relate because I've not met them. But no one,
then.
Nah.
Don't spill the beans.
Keep up playing, Myles Kellock.
But nah, everyone is
Another question?
a really lovely person. Do you want to read one out, Tom?
Thank you.
I've got
If you give me that.
Bobs.
Yeah, it's on a screenshot. I don't know what it is.
This is from Eden Haynes. Hi guys, been a big fan for years and your songs hold a very special place in my heart. Most recently saw you at Rock City in Nottingham 2022. Shock.
we always
play Rock
play
City.
that venue.
And the question I want to ask is there a reason you didn't do Ribbon Around the Bomb on that gig? Fucking great set either way, just curious. Another question, what's your thoughts on people approaching you for photos saying hello when you're out and about? Me and my boyfriend saw Josh, Joe and Charlie in a pub in Edinburgh and regretted not saying hello and asking for a photo. Cheers for the laughs from the podcast. Amazing tunes. Can't wait for another album. And tour, hopefully Rock City. It probably will be Rock City.
I love it when people come up with
Yeah,
photos.
we buzz off it when people ask for a photo and stuff.
can't
It's
not, can you?
absolutely sound.
Yeah.
Most people are really, really nice when they come over as well.
Yeah, it's the ones that come up and go, I think your band's shit and stuff. They're the ones like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I suppose if
And
it's
then
rare,
ask for a
isn't it?
photo.
I don't care. I just think it's
No,
nice.
it's nice. It's part and parcel of it and it's absolutely sound.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't help but get a little bit like when someone asks you, like, maybe this is a bit big-headed. I don't mean to sound big-headed, but if you know you can make someone's day by a photo, it's not hard, is it?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
I'd never ever say no to a photo.
No,
I never
no.
have.
I never have.
lucky position that people, enjoy what we do and
Yeah.
want,
The day
want to
people
do that,
stop
you know what I mean?
asking for it, that's when you should be worried.
Some
I
guy
mean,
came up to me once coked up when I was eating a curry, and that was a bit like, can I eat my curry?
See, that's different. That's completely different. Isn't it? So
Yeah.
That's very
people coming
different.
over photos who are lovely people is absolutely sweet, but someone's coked up in a club or a pub.
We've had-
no,
me
it was
and
in a curry house.
Me and you,
Yeah, that's when
weird.
that's when it can be annoying. Or you're with your partner and you're just trying to have a nice night and someone's being a dick or being passive aggressive. Like that's when it's
it's-
awkward.
That's just common courtesy.
it's
though.
outstaying the welcome, isn't there? There's difference there.
Yeah.
Someone asks for a photo, oh, nice one, cheers, yeah, cheers, bye, see you later, done. People who outstay
Can I
welcome-
sit down with you?
Yeah, exactly.
It
yeah.
turns into a Q&A or they're asking you like, why didn't you do this? What about that? And like they're clearly like
Annoying.
off their head and you're like, come
We've
on.
had it before when we were having a piss. You have a photo? I'm just having a piss, mate.
Yeah,
Like,
that's too far. But on the whole, it's sweet. Ribbon Around the Bomb. We mixed the setup. Then we got like 4 albums.
I think it was more of a live thing though, wasn't it? I think it's a slower tune, and I think that was before we beefed it up a bit
yeah.
live. Yeah, we played with the
Yeah, I
shaker
think
and
we
that
just-
still.
You go through waves of liking songs for different reasons, and sometimes you fall out of favour. Just you might have one bad gig where you go, didn't think it went down that well there, and then you pull it out, and then
Yeah.
you do it somewhere else, and you're like, oh, it was great. So it's literally a roundabout.
It takes
of
a
songs,
while as
isn't it?
well
I do
for like
think that-
newer tunes to sort of find their place in the set.
Yeah,
I think
compared
I feel
to
like
the
them
original
tunes
stuff.
are really good. Like Ribbon on the Bombs are really good in like midday festival slot. Sun's out. Do you know what I mean? Boss vibe, and it's like
For the musos.
yeah, it's good. That's a good time to do it. When you think Rock City, small sweaty gig, you're a bit like I want to play like an Avenit tune, don't you?
Yeah.
It's hard. Do you know what? That's the hardest thing about the longevity thing that we've always wanted is picking a set.
If anyone would like to send in their requested set list, let us
Yeah,
know.
what would you be your
That's a
quite
great
interesting,
one.
that.
That.
what
yeah.
would be your
interesting.
ultimate set list for us?
Hour and a half. Figure out the timings.
20 tunes. Pick
Is that
20
what it
tunes.
is,
It's
20
usually
tunes?
about 20 at like a big headline gig.
Oh, yeah,
Any more,
Intriguing.
you're into like
market
Springsteen
research, you know what I mean?
Springsteen.
No, I like
Yeah,
that.
that's
one.
good.
You could win
Go on, Myles.
being the set list.
You could do it, couldn't you? I bet you could put them into like, you could make like an Excel thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And put
yeah.
it in and you could see what got
Do you know
voted for the
what-
most.
where should they send the set list in, Myles?
blossomspubcast@gmail.com.
I really want you to make some. That's. I'm going to give you homework. Is that all right? Is it annoying that I've called it
Like a
homework
machine.
and I'm giving it to you?
Yeah. If anyone else asked, I'd be all right with it.
Yeah. Sorry. I want you know because I know what you're very talented, and I want you to make
I'll make a jingle.
a jingle where I
I'll
say,
make a
"What is
jingle.
it, Myles?" and you hit it, and it goes. I don't know what it is yet. I want you to pick the genre and everything.
Like the ultimate set list kind of thing.
No, he makes a jingle that says blossomspubcast@gmail.com. Do you know what I mean?
I've got one here for
I
Tom.
want to write a jingle basically.
Yeah. Go for it.
And this is, I suppose it's funny because when we make a brew at the yard here where we're sat, we have our own mugs, don't we? But they're not. They don't belong to. I don't know where they came from. But here's the question from.
They came from my mum and dad's house.
Olivia. It says, I got to know just a few things about Tom's Disney princess mug, which is it's actually Snow White, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did he buy it himself?
Go on, Sean, show it.
Does he have a favourite? Have any other funky cups at all? That's just become yours, hasn't it?
This came from basically when we moved into this new yard that we've got a couple of years ago. Obviously, we were putting pots and we had a kitchen. You fitted the kitchen, didn't you?
I did.
Joe plumbed it in and all that shit. But where did we get the mugs from?
So my mum and dad moved on to a narrowboat.
They did.
They sold the gaff, and they've always wanted to live in a narrowboat, and they moved onto a boat, and they had loads of stuff. And obviously, you can imagine going from like
you need to downsize everything, don't you?
Yeah.
So this was in your mum and dad's house.
Yeah, they were just mum and dad, and they had loads, and they were like, mum and dad don't throw stuff away, so they were like, oh, let's fucking get these in. So
I just took to this. I don't know why. I think I just had a mug in it.
I'm a bit.
I like the shape, and once
it's quite.
Once I get a mug that I like, I kind of stick with it.
My favourite mug is a Dermot O'Leary mug from Radio 2 that we got like 6 years ago.
I like that one.
It's my mug now. It's chipped, it's shipped,
well, wait
it's my
there.
mug.
Josh just says he likes it.
Oh no, I'm just saying.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna.
I was going to
suggest maybe a boxing match
at home. I'm very particular. I don't like a mug to be too big. This is any.
That's quite big. That
any bigger than that, it wouldn't be acceptable.
That is quite big. That's a proper
thin,
dad
though.
size.
Yeah.
That
if that was
dropped from a height,
yeah,
it's getting smashed.
I like this kind of mug. Sorry to interrupt.
That gig we did.
That's solid. That's a bit like the Dermot O'Leary one.
Stevenson's.
That looks like a. I bought that. I bought that mug.
But yeah,
I also went IKEA at the time and like
just got a load of standard ones,
everything for the kitchen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just like the shape and the size of it.
It does affect the enjoyment of the beverage, I think. 'Cause it's like, if you're drinking like a nice glass of wine, for example, drinking it from a nice glass
tall,
genuinely
thin
does
glass. Yeah.
affect how you ingest it.
Yeah.
Thin glass is the one.
How did they make up glass?
What?
How did they discover that?
I know what you mean.
It's sand,
isn't it? He was gone, let's put sand hot and then make glass.
Well, it's probably an accident, wasn't it?
Let's put sand hot.
You know what I mean? No, you know what I mean?
But they probably lit a fire on sand and it turned to glass.
Have they tried to make swords out of glass before? They're like troubleshooting because they've gone. Because they've gone Windows.
Minecraft.
They've gone Windows, haven't they? Do you know what I mean? With glass, like it's mainly for Windows, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't.
That's a question
probably
for
accidental, wasn't it?
Wikipedia.
Intrigued. So Joe's passed me this one here. I can't remember if you finished your question, but this is from Timmy Harrison, nearly Tommy Harrison.
The OG.
That's
the OG.
You know,
is it Timmy Harrison?
Scouse.
I don't know.
He used to come and watch us. I bet it is.
Him and his brother.
All lowercase Timmy Harrison. No profile
picture.
Well,
if it is, hiya Timmy.
Yes, lads. Hope you're all doing well. Nicely punctuated and spaced out. This guy writes emails.
The opposite of me, then.
Yes, and me. The big, in caps, question on mine and everyone else's, allegedly, is, did Big Word make the cut for the new album's track list? Love the New Order vibe and feel you have plenty of darker / moody tunes you're sitting on. See you soon, lads. Timmy, kiss.
See, I love
Big Word.
I love Big Word, and I love the dark and moody stuff, but I've always been like a bit like that.
It's 5 years old now, that tune, isn't it?
Hey?
5 years old.
Like 5 years old, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've always liked the darker stuff. I mean, Big Word isn't going to be on the next album, is it?
Probably not. I mean, I think it'd be good to. We will put it out at some point, whether it's like a deluxe or something.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good deluxe track.
It'll be out there.
It's a great recording as well.
I think we owe it. It sounds lame, but we owe it to the fans to release it. Now we've played it live. You can't. That would piss me off if one of my favourite bands like played a tune. I was like buzzing about it and just never released it.
Doesn't really sit alongside the rest of the stuff we've been working on, does it? I suppose.
No, I guess not.
That's the other thing I wanted to speak to. I wonder what people think about that, because I think I was watching this documentary last night I told you about on the phone, didn't I? The Hypnosis or Hypnosis, and it was these two guys who basically did all the artwork for fucking basically every band from like the fucking late 60s onwards. Do you know what I mean? Like literally, it's on Netflix if you want. I think it's called Turning a Square into a Circle or Turning a Circle into a Square. One of them.
have to check
Something
that
like
out.
And it's mint, and it's about the artwork. So I was like, oh, this would just be good. It's like 2 hours. I was like, this would be a good documentary to watch, obviously, because we're coming into doing our artwork, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, just watch it, really, really interesting. But I forgot where I was going with it. But we were talking about the album. Yeah, that's it. And they were talking about artwork and how it used to be like they used to listen to the album and then try and get artwork to sort of
LSD.
mirror. Yeah, well, that was one of the, like, they
Mirror
into
what
LSD.
they imagined it as.
Exactly, but then one day they just didn't, and no one gave a fuck, and everyone interprets it their own way.
Yeah.
And I thought it's the same. You know, when you're doing a track listing, like,
It's even naming the album.
Yeah.
It becomes what it is, doesn't it?
yeah, of
Like,
course,
it doesn't-
yeah,
you
yeah,
put all this stuff on it, and you're like, fuck.
They did the fucking they did the Pink Floyd.
Dark Side
that
of
was
the
them.
Moon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Honestly, like,
Prism.
their albums they've done are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, fuck me, what album haven't they done that's like, and some of them are class, and some of the footage they've got and stuff like the shoots they did and things like that are amazing. Like, they did Led Zeppelin, the Battersby Power Station thing as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you were just like genius at the time. Really good documentary though. But yeah, I was thinking that the other day. I was thinking, how much do people? Because Noel's on it, and Noel's talking about it, and he's just basically saying how, like, he actually talks about Aeneas in it, and he said he got home once and was like, "Oh, I've just been in a meeting about artwork," and Aeneas was like, "What's artwork?" And he was like, "You know, like artwork for the thing," and she was like,
When she was a kid.
when she was a kid, yeah, I don't know what it is. And he was like, you know that little picture that comes up on iTunes? She was like, yeah. And he was like, that. And she went, oh, yeah, why did you have a meeting about that?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just,
Broke it down to the most
'cause
simple terms.
and he was just like, well, that's
It's
just
not
cost.
about like nowadays
Well,
it
these
is
days,
important
like,
as
that
it
just
used
cost
to
me
be.
100 grand. Do you know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think it's
Fucking hell.
going a bit like with track listing, isn't it, in a way? Because
I know where you're coming from here.
people, but you can see it on Spotify. There's a massive drop off. Like your first few tunes, do you know what I mean? Get thinking, and then also tunes go in like playlists, and people can shuffle it.
Just
and-
Illuminati is
Times
fucked now,
have
isn't
do you know
it?
what I mean?
changed,
Yeah, it's
haven't
like, and like, I wonder how much of that is still a thing, or like you said, is if you did fucking throw tunes in that were like madly different, will that weirdly make people listen more? Because
Depending on who you are as an
do you know what I
artist
mean?
or a
I
band.
didn't like attention spans. Do you know what I mean?
Depends on like
I don't know.
you should really, in my opinion, you should always have your ears and eyes on stuff like that and what's like moving and everything like that. But really, if it's ultimately down to the art and the flow of
Yeah.
like your body of work. If you want to just fucking chuck anything on it, it's up to you, innit?
Yeah.
Don't really matter, does it?
I
But
think-
like you should be whole to yourself and have it how you want it to be.
Cool, yeah, I agree.
Traditional
Yeah.
or just
I was
change
gonna-
with
my,
the trends.
My
you know,
thing
all
is more that
bollocks.
thing of being like,
The artwork thing's interesting though.
yeah, well, that's
Because I get
what made
like
me
from
think about-
selling vinyls. It used to be like I fucking love the Tubular Bells one. I like,
So-
but like
that was
that's
physically
so
made,
fun.
wasn't it?
They must have done
there's
something
a quote
like
that Noel says.
That's fucking mad.
And Noel says it in a very funny way. He says that record collections are a poor man's art collection. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously the record and the artwork and stuff, people used to have that. And he was like, it's such a good fucking quote. I think I fucking said it. I don't know if you did or not. I don't know where the quote's from, but
I've
what's
never been
funny-
an album listener though. To be fair, my attention span's a bit too shit. Like I probably listen to all my favourite albums. Like well, I've obviously listened to all the way through,
Yeah.
but I don't usually. And then I pick out the ones that I like.
that's what that came up in that.
Interesting,
Like,
isn't it?
saying,
people
like,
listen to
when
playlists these days, don't you?
Well,
Which
that's
is
what I'm
where you can
saying.
have. If it was more of a playlist approach, you can have the different
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of tunes because you'll have playlists where you'll have drastically different.
Mm.
yeah, but still be into it. Yeah,
Yeah,
of
and
course.
you'll like it. I think you could fuck with it. I think
That's my
I think it'd have
that's
to be
my
a
point.
dec-
My
I think
point
it'd
was
have to be like a conscious decision though.
Yeah.
I don't think
That-
it would be
that
like
was-
a mish.
You can't be blasé about
that
it.
was
Yeah.
my point. My point was like, is an album? Do people listen to it like anymore? I don't know.
I
I'm
think
not,
we
saying,
are-
I'm not saying I know the answer. I'm just
I
saying.
think the band we are. I think there's a lot of people who do. They treat albums as albums.
Yeah.
They buy them.
Yeah.
But like you said, I
Especially
suppose
without,
if you went there, you could just mix it up and go, yeah, this is just
The
like.
thing is, it's again, there's no rules to it. It's however you interpret
Well, then it
it.
become like say that came up with the artwork thing. They did that, and then at first they were like, "What the fuck's that got to do?" I won't spoil it in case you want to watch it, but the record company were like, "What the fuck's that got to do with Pink Floyd?" And they were just like, "Well, it is it." And then it went out, and now we're like, "You can't not think about that."
Just by
And
association.
thinking about Pink
Yeah.
Floyd,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it does. It sort of does work in. It can work in its favour. in some
Dynamics,
ways.
I think, it's the dynamic of an album's cool.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? But ultimately, everyone's different.
yeah. I just yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? Vinyl, I reckon vinyl, that's more important. Vinyl's are fucking still going, obviously, really, really fucking
better
well
than
in it
ever.
these
yeah,
days. So,
vinyl's great.
yeah, so interesting.
I suppose that thing, like everything's at ease now. Like they were talking about when you used to go and buy a vinyl, and you used to, on the way home from buying the vinyl, you'd you'd sit there and look at the cover, and you'd then go through
Video
the
games, it's changed as well. It used to be like with a game. I remember buying a game and looking at the artwork.
I used to
and looking
read
at all
the back
bits.
of it and everything.
Now you
Yeah,
just press buy, download, and then you just fucking play it. And you're
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
that's
That's what I'm about to say. They got like, they used to read the notes and they knew where it was recorded, where it was like
It's instant
who writ it,
gratification,
who
isn't it?
fucking did this, who did that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think there still is a place for that though.
Yeah, of course.
I think there is.
I agree,
Big
but
time.
like that was happening en masse. Do you know what I mean? I'm saying like in terms of, it's quite nice. Or like they were making the point of you did that before you even listened to it. Where now it's like the opposite. You might listen to it and go, "It's not for me," and never read it. But you might read something there that sparks something that then intrigues you more to listen to it.
It's
It's
you
weird,
following
isn't it?
like a pattern of release the singles to get the exposure
Yeah.
and then release the album. Like sometimes it's like, what would happen if you just released an album out of nowhere?
I always think that.
I'd like to, going forward after this one, just kind of fuck the norm and just
Just fucking releasing out.
I'm
Yeah.
buying a banjo then, man.
do it.
I mean,
accordion.
because this album is pretty much self-released. I suppose we could just fucking release it and see what happens. Like if it went just fell flat, it wouldn't really matter because it's like we've tried it, it didn't work. Let's do the next one. Do you know what I mean?
But we're already in the process of not doing that, really, aren't we? We've kind of put if to-do list will end up on it probably, then we've already in the process.
No, sorry, I'm
now.
talking about after this one. Like, and because I get you, we've already sort of. It would be too weird to do it now. But I mean, the next one after this.
Yeah.
Because I mean, this next album for us is a big album. If we're being completely transparent on the podcast, in terms of like, we're not on a major anymore. We decided not to. They wanted to sign us. We said no. It was very amicable.
Yeah.
We've already spoke about, or briefly spoke about that.
Mm-hmm.
We're releasing a self-release sort of thing in partnership with Orchard. It's going to be a bit like
Yeah, we're like 10 years in when you feel like you're a bit old. You're not the new kids on the block anymore. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like it is.
then you look at Inhaler and how good
The
looking
world-
they are, and you're just there like a
The
crusty
world's
man.
changed. I've got a little one to fill the time here. A little stupid one.
Go on then.
Not stupid, it's quite interesting actually. It's from Ross James Day. The subject being grafters. And it says, "Hi lads, who do you reckon are the biggest grafters, ants or bees?" Because they both graft but in very different ways.
I think got more teamwork ants, haven't they?
Well, bees. They're
Bees.
all teaming up to
Bees.
hang out with the queen.
I reckon bees get more.
I'd say
They're on their own more, aren't
you're
they?
going to have to say bees because we benefit from bees, whereas I know down the chain we'd benefit from ants, but I'm saying like, you know what I mean? It's like an automatic honey, isn't they?
But also Manchester, by association,
The
worker
bee.
bees.
Yeah.
Are they the biggest grafters? It's going to have to be the bee.
I mean, I
innit?
reckon flying's harder than walking.
I think that.
Yeah, that could be the title.
I reckon. I reckon if you got an ant and said walk to the end of this room, and then you got a bee and said fly to the end of the room, the bee would be more out of
using
breath
more
than the
effort.
ant.
yeah, I think ants can build better than bees because they build and dig and make like
bees.
yeah.
Nah,
they-
bees have hives.
I know,
man.
but it's nah.
The hives and nests
they're not
are
as,
the same
they're not
sort
as-
of thing.
Yeah.
Jesus, that was
Wow.
quick. Tom, the question was, while you were away,
It's quick for you, that Tom.
the question was,
Practicing.
who do you reckon are the biggest grafters, ants or bees? This is from Ross James Day.
I reckon ants.
Off the bat, I thought ants.
I reckon bees because
I'm
like I reckon flying's harder than walking.
Which I thought was a pretty cool quote.
And
to
the
be honest.
heavy, the more on a bee, isn't they? Heavier, I mean.
And we get something we got honey from them and stuff.
I
Maybe
suppose
the bees make the honey.
Yeah,
What do ants actually do?
I watched that the other day.
Did you?
Ants,
Are
I think
ants more self-serving?
no,
ants?
because they're in like a big ass fucking nest. aren't they?
Yeah.
They don't do as much for us.
They
do
don't. No,
As
no,
a
they
bee,
don't.
like,
It's not
he's
directly
obviously-
for us. Obviously, if you took all ants away, then it
be some-
affects some
yeah.
sort of chain. But yeah,
Let's
ants-
go with bees.
I
Yeah,
think bees.
I'll go bees.
Bees are
cool as well,
I think
aren't
as
they?
well. Yeah.
And bees for blossoms.
Yeah.
Yay!
And the Manchester. What's the animal of Stockport if Manchester's a bee?
Rodent of some sort.
A rat.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be mean on Stockport. P-Town. I've got a massive one. Let's go for it.
You got it.
Madison. Oh, fuck it. Why do I always pick the ones that I can't pronounce?
You want me to read it?
B-O. Yeah, it's a big one. Do you want to read it?
I can
Yeah, read it. It's you have to scroll. It's the next photos. I'll screenshot it. Madison Botcha.
Right. Oh yeah, Madison Bukta. I would pronounce that.
I'd say Botcha. Spell it.
It's boo. It's B-O-U.
B-O-U. Yeah.
You'd say boo, wouldn't you? C-H-T-A.
Bournemouth.
Bukta.
Bukta. It's a good name. I like it.
Bukta or Bukta, whatever. Hi all. I fell in love with your music at the start of 2021, and I can't lie, you got me through the second lockdown. Bought
Thank
tickets
you.
for Truck Festival 2022 just to see you live and honestly, it was one of the best moments of my life. One of my favourite ever gigs.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good.
A really, really good gig.
I was also very pleased when you said it was one of your favourite sets on the previous podcast. Fancy coming again in 2024?
Yeah.
I also happened to meet my boyfriend Ben in a crowd later on at that very festival.
That's
So
nice.
if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have even met. We later watched you on tour in Bournemouth as our first concert. I was a bit jealous when I shouted, and he was a bit jealous when I shouted out, "I love you, Josh." But we've moved past that now. This is a question for everyone. If you had to describe yourself as a Blossoms song, which would you choose? Like the song that sums up your identity and who you are in terms of sound, lyrics and overall vibe. I'm very interested to know your answers. If your answers are close to my predictions. Has she sent her predictions? No.
Should we answer that first?
Let's do that first then. Fucking hell.
Go on, Myles, have you got a $5 shake?
Right, this is a good question, this.
Well,
Myles is vacant days, isn't he?
I don't really. Yeah.
So, what was you wrote a tune inspired by a situation I was going through at once.
Yeah, it
What
never
was that-
came out,
What
did
was
it?
it called?
Loneliness and I.
Loneliness. No, I mean I don't feel like that obviously now, but
What's Between the Eyes about? Because I like that song.
That's actually a positive love song.
About love hitting you.
I just
Between the Eyes.
like.
Between the
Yeah.
eyes.
I just like
Just
that.
by
But
the
Like
minor key.
sneaking up on you and you don't expect it. That's what that song's about.
Like a
Yeah.
sucker punch between the
what-
eyes.
what's the weirdest song you've got?
Lava. No, wait there. What?
Polka dot bones.
Scattered rain. Your
Scat-
scattered rain is fuck.
Scattered
Yeah,
rain.
you're the
Your
early
scat-
stuff.
your
All
Right,
Scattered
Scattered
Rain.
Rain. I do like Polka Dot Bones though.
That was
I like-
good. That was good. That good
I know.
times.
Tom, what about you? I suppose you're all of them, aren't you?
Yeah, you.
I need to actually have a look
If I had
at
to
that
pick one that summed me up the most.
Now, today, on this day.
Trying to
Alright
watch
today.
what tune you always play.
I don't always play one, do
My-
I? Blown Rose, I suppose, feels a bit. It's kind of like melancholy, but there's some positivity in there. I'd say I'm a bit like that.
What am I then?
At most a kiss, something like that.
I found out what I am.
The most ADHD tune we've got.
I'm paperback writer in isolation.
What, you asked AI?
No, I'm just like it's not even our tune.
Do you know what, my swimming brain is quite good. I feel like that quite often.
What's Chaz? Let's pick for Chaz.
The Urge. He's quite 60s, isn't he?
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
he's a bit OG like.
Yeah. Good that.
I think what? Yeah,
I like Blow Rose. I think that's good.
I don't know though. I don't
I like
really
the
know
way
what it's
I'm just-
about.
I'm
though.
just
It's a
big
hard
ADHD.
question, that, to be honest. I
Song's
don't-
not really about anything specific. I wouldn't say.
I suppose it's a vibe, innit?
I don't know how
Go on,
I'd sum
carry on
myself
reading carry on reading the question.
Well, I like Swimming Brain.
I like turtles.
Next bit of the question. Extra question for Joe. In the Lost Frank Ocean cover, how many times did you record yourself playing the scissors, or are you that professional at scissor playing that you just managed to
So,
3 minutes 46? Should we ruin the illusion here of what that kind of shit happens? So
Loops.
Joe will have filmed himself for the full 3 minutes doing that, which is in time. And when
Myles
Myles
did
edits
everything.
Myles edits the audio together, if there's
Leaked
any
it.
bits that are slightly out of time, he will have just made them in time.
so with all of that,
Same with vocals, same with
everything-
guitar playing.
everything was recorded through an iPhone, so so some timings must have been done.
Yeah, and we weren't in the same room.
And we weren't in the
you
same
played to
room.
your own click at home,
Yeah.
like it was very rogue.
To be fair though, I didn't replace anything with samples. I just EQ'd everything to sound like someone else.
The scissors was. I remember being hard. You can see in the video like it's.
yeah, you're like,
Well, do you know what it's like? You know when you do something once, you're like, you know, if have you ever been, you know, at the gym and you do like a small rep of really low weight,
yeah.
it's just piss easy, and then like after like sort of like a few reps, you're like, fucking hell, it's hard this now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, you know, when you're doing circuit training or something, you do something, it's like, right, do 10 pull-ups, you do 10 pull-ups, smash it out easy. You do something else, you come out to the second set, you're like, fucking hell, this is harder. And by the end of it, you know, when you're like set 5, you're like, fuck me, like proper
That's what it's
hard.
like on the scissors.
That's what it's like on the scissors, a minute, and you're like, fucking hell, this is easy. Then you get to 2.5 minutes, like, fuck me, this is well hard.
Which song did you do the scissors on?
The Lost
Frank Ocean.
Oh, that was it. Sorry, yeah, that was the first one we did. That
Really
Yeah, it was.
enjoyable.
You
That was
bust out
good,
a
that
fair
one.
few utensils and bits and bobs, didn't you? You smacking shoe boxes.
The shoebox kick drum was good.
Yeah, you did have a snare.
Did you have a snare drum? You had a
Yeah,
snare
I had a
drum,
snare
didn't you?
drum.
You had the piccolo snare.
Yeah.
The piccolo, because that was the only sort of drums we had. Because we literally recently just moved into this yard, haven't we?
We weren't allowed to go pick anything
Anywhere.
up at the time,
well,
were we?
This was getting so weirdly. It was a family company who did this, and they lived together. The two guys.
Did what?
What are you on about?
Father and son. This I'm explaining now. So they were allowed to come into here because they were already in a bubble.
Oh, and build it, you mean?
And they carried
sorry, I
because
see.
obviously no one was in it,
Oh,
so they
right.
were allowed to carry on doing stuff. Them two just kept building away,
Mm-hmm.
but that meant we
Oh, I know
legally
what you
couldn't
mean.
come here and pick up like drum bits.
Yeah,
so that's why I, didn't
had
have
like a crap fucking keyboard for the first one, and then we got
Yeah.
a couple of weeks later. How many weeks were we doing that for? About 4 weeks, wasn't it?
Quite
yeah,
a while,
about a month and a half.
But yeah,
It's good.
just
It was
One
great.
not regret, or one thing I wish we'd done was go on TikTok as soon as we started
Yeah.
doing that in lockdown.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
we didn't really know anything. We didn't know about it. Then, did
and
we?
we would have been
I
ahead of the curve. But hindsight's a good thing.
I don't think TikTok was. I don't even think we would because I think it would have been.
Yeah.
I think it would have missed the curve. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because TikTok
It was
back,
in its infancy
back
then.
then was like still like just like
It'd only just come out, hadn't it?
That's
yeah, it was
when
just like dancing videos or
No,
something.
well,
wasn't it?
no. To be fair, lockdown is when everyone started getting
That's what
TikTok.
I mean. Like it was lockdown that made it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I do not think. I think we would have missed that thing a little
I think
bit.
I think it's
We didn't know about it,
it's a
did we?
temporary thing anyway. It's not going to be.
What TikTok?
Yeah, it's not going to be.
Who knows?
I don't
Everyone
know.
said, everyone said
Forever.
that. Everyone said that about social media as a thing, though, didn't they?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I
There's
think,
always
it'll
something
be, I
else.
think it just evolves. I think
there's always something
this-
else.
for every like TikTok's so fast, and it's like everything. You read other like stats or whatever, and kids and stuff are still they're going back to YouTube.
It's not. No,
and
it's
taking
old
in
school.
long form
No,
yeah,
as
yeah.
well. Do you know what I
the
mean?
past
So
couple of months, it's not as fast anymore.
that's what I
it's
mean.
not as
Long
like
form
ADHD.
videos are still
Yeah,
there as
They've
well.
said long
It's gone
form's
back.
better.
Yeah, so
Mm.
I do
Deba-
think
what's
it'll-
happened? Yeah.
I think TikTok itself will evolve.
Yeah,
As
it
well
was-
as
as an
TikTok-
application.
yeah,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
TikTok realised
Same way
doing the
Instagram has.
yeah,
Instagram's done the same.
doing
But
the part-
Vine, the short thing on Vine died,
yeah,
didn't it?
doing like the what's it called? The part 1, part 2. But I think they saw shit that was working really well,
Yeah.
didn't they? And then
Mhm.
just said, "Oh, we'll make longer videos, so you don't have to do that. You can watch the whole video."
Yeah,
My favourite one of those was
Days.
the Tame Impala one that we did.
yeah.
Oh,
that was
Miles.
good.
Yeah, that was good. That
Which
I,
one? did
I
like?
liked going in and trying to get all the same delays that were on the record and stuff.
I really
Just
like.
me on the laptop. That one, it was fun.
I really loved working with other artists like that. Like
Yeah, it's good.
The one
collaborating.
with
See,
Skelly
this
was
is-
boss.
I'd love to do that.
This,
That
this
the one
is-
with Skelly fucking smashes it. By the way,
Still,
the
yeah.
streaming numbers on that are
Do you know what I
insane.
want to do?
That was
This,
funny, that.
this is an idea I've got. I don't know if I've told anyone this.
Go on.
You know, we were talking about what we do as an album after this album,
Mm.
whether or not it's the right time to do it. I'd like to do an album where I write the songs, obviously. That's
Mr.
it, full
Songwriter.
stop. No, we obviously do the songs, and we have other people, like a collaborations album, but I don't sing any of them.
So
Mm.
other people sing all the
So
tunes.
you know, like the tune I did for Brooke,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
has
yeah.
never like seen the light of day.
Yeah,
Imagine
do
that with like 10 different people on it, and
Yeah,
all in different styles of
That'd be boss.
music. Why not?
I'd
That's
love
kind
that.
of, it feels a
Do-
natural progression of
If we
something
were
I
to
would
do
like
it,
to
let's talk
explore.
about artists we'd have on because it's a good.
Well, it'd have to. I don't know. It'd be nice to branch out and get people we don't just like know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do it actually as a thing. But it's
Quite,
literally just an idea I've
that's
got.
cool.
You know,
Quite-
Ed Sheeran did a
quite-
collaboration.
we-
It's
album.
quite drum and bass, that, you know.
Yeah,
we
but like,
mentioned-
but
it's,
people
um,
never do it with bands.
You know, you have like featured artists and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
That's the vibe,
but
innit?
we they're all original songs,
Yeah.
and
It's
we
cool,
play
that.
that. We're the backing band.
That's cool.
I suppose you wouldn't even have to write them all. In
No,
terms
but
of
I'd
like,
like to.
yeah, no, I think that'd be obviously that's.
Bit of
I'm saying
something-
like,
a bit of Johnny from it, you know what I mean?
you could co-write with.
Yeah, with them
With them,
people.
yeah,
but I
them
just
people,
mean
so.
because I've got like loads of songs which I'm like that doesn't work for us.
Mm.
So I'm like, oh,
we
it'd be
could
good to
still
do
do
an
it.
Well,
album of them
do you know
all.
what, that'd be
with
cool
other people.
after this album. That one we mentioned there, that album of like where you just release it.
Is there
Yeah,
like a
that's kinda
song?
what-
Is
do you know what I
there
mean?
like a
Be
song
good, that.
auction? You know, like people who don't use the songs. Can you just like put them on an auction? And be like, do you want this?
But yeah,
I think-
the publishers will probably do. You could probably present them as like
Yeah.
a batch
Like,
of songs.
Here's a load of shit.
With how like them song things work, I think it's got something to do with the song, obviously, but I think a lot of the time it's the artist because you hear about massive tunes that have smashed it and massive artists have just gone, nah, not for me.
Yeah.
Passed up on it. Do you know what I mean? And it's like,
Who did? Was it Toxic? Britney Spears. That was written for someone else and they declined it.
So that's
or-
what I mean, like,
Padam, wasn't it? That was
or there was like
wasn't it?
a
there's loads
one
of shit. Like,
Rihanna.
do you want to carry
summit-
on that question anyway? We didn't finish
Yeah,
it.
the last two bits, the big old question is PS film suggestions for Josh if you haven't already watched it. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No,
That's
you
a
did
good
that.
shout.
fucking
Boss
great
film.
film.
Emu. Isn't that in the?
Yeah, it is,
Emu's
yeah.
in there,
PPS, if you do read this out, my boyfriend legally must agree to get us Withenshaw Park tickets. He's holding back as we're planning to go travelling during August, but nothing's set in stone yet. Please help me out.
Just feel it.
Love you all, Maddie.
You have to get
book the
Wimshaw
holiday
Park.
around the gig.
If you don't book the Wimshaw Park tickets and
We
you
won't
probably
play.
said Josh will run off with Maddie.
Bloody hell.
Jesus Christ.
It's only because she said I love you to Josh and he got jealous.
Yeah, come to the gig. It'll be good
Yeah,
fun.
you can't. If you're a big fan, that's going to be. We're going to put everything into that gig. You can't not.
Then again,
Not
times are
come to that
hard, so you know if you can't, then don't worry about it. But
Nah, work
you
it
can come
out.
down, can't you?
I'm joking.
Thank you.
Times are hard,
Oh,
but we
speaking of time, my battery's running low here, so after
Bollocks.
only have 1 or 3 more, then we go.
Yep. 152 anyway, so let's get a couple.
Hi lads,
Great year.
me again. Oh, Harvey Sparks.
Nice.
Cool name.
Hi again. Hi lads, me again with a couple of questions. Was wondering what each band member would be doing as a job if they weren't musicians. That's the first part
We've
of the
talked
question.
about this before, but let's go. Should we go? I think I'd try and be a video editor.
I think you'd be very good at it.
Thank you. That's
Thank
what I
you.
would try and do. I'd work in film, try and direct or video edit. There's my answer.
Charlie would probably go into the labour and building thing.
I think he'd be a session musician.
I think it could be, but I mean, like you're saying,
It's like starting, it's hard to get in there,
easy
isn't
it? Get in there, you
Easy to
mean,
say
yeah.
that now, innit? Yeah. Whereas
I think
now,
he would have got in, personally, somehow.
He's very good.
Again, it's so hard because he was earning good money and doing labour.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
you just
Like,
don't. Yeah, I know what you mean. It is hard to break that chain of
Like,
getting out.
do you know what I mean? It's a weird thing, innit? People, and the biggest thing with studios and things like that is people just use people they know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Rather than like they don't go. It's just they'll get them. It's just easy, innit? So I'm saying who knows? He might have, he might not have. But I think in terms of the question, that's a bit boring. It's that he'd be a session musician. Suppose he'd be a labourer.
Yeah. What about you?
He did CAD stuff actually, didn't he, Chaz, for a bit? I know that he was really good
What's
at that.
CAD?
3D design.
He was good at that, so maybe he'd go into that more. Well, I was an apprentice tailor, and everyone knows that.
Would you carry on doing that thing?
Yeah, I did love it. I enjoyed doing it. That was a big thing. We talked about it, like talking about with Jordan Norton the other day, our mate, the Orb, and you're talking about like sort of, like when you have to, sometimes you're in these positions, and I felt really, because I went to all the tailors and handed in my CV. Do you know what I mean? Like I wanted to do it. I'd always like clothes and stuff. And I was like halfway through my apprenticeship, and they were like, "Oh, if you leave now, when the band started, it's like you're gonna have to start again." I think at the time I was like £2.80 or something an hour.
Jesus Christ.
Thinking I have to, if I leave and it goes wrong or don't work out, I'm gonna have to do this again.
Yeah, start
Do you
from
know
the
what I
top.
mean? Like, but you just do little things like that, don't you? But yeah, mate, I think I would have, but I know what I'm like ADHD wise. I probably would have done that for a few, and then I've probably got bored and wanted to do something else. I don't think I'd be able to stick it out or stick like just doing the same job out.
Co-op.
Yeah, just co-op. I reckon I just would have just stuck just a few beers on the weekends, just fucking
And the rest.
co-op, yeah, and the rest. But career, I'd never had anything
Did you ever have a
planned.
plan?
Well, I had a gap year at the flat, which just turns into
Debauchery.
it just didn't turn out like that. I always wanted to go to that uni which you didn't need grades for because I just did shit in college. But I was always intrigued into it. Was it SSR? Have I made that up?
No,
No,
the
yeah,
music one.
SSR, yeah.
The
was
recording school.
Yeah, I viewed it and stuff. But
That's changed now, that.
Has it changed? I wanted to do that.
Do you know?
So
do you know why
might have done
I
that.
went to uni and did that?
You didn't go to that one though. You went to Manchester
I went
College,
to-
didn't you?
because what you're saying then, I didn't have the qualifications to go
Yeah.
to SSR because I didn't do music in college.
Oh,
So
I did, but I got an E.
Yeah, it's you've
So
been the
it
same
was
as me.
like-
But Manchester held it. Like it was probably the start of
Yeah.
Blossoms. That
Me and Chaz came
It was.
and played.
and
And you.
what tune did we do?
Did you
She's
get
so
hold of
sweet.
She's
that?
so sweet. Yeah.
Did you get hold of that? You got that?
No,
Was I there? Did I
Manchester.
come with you?
No.
I feel like I've heard that.
No, you.
I
were-
did it.
It was before Josh. Like I say, it was before Josh. It was
a
us.
long
then
time ago.
We
You guys-
2012, that would have been.
and then Chaz.
Or
One of my
11.
mates did that.
Chaz kept saying. Again, that was where Charlie and Tom were like, Blossoms is a good name for a band. And then Chaz was like, we should get in with Tom. We should get in with Tom again because I think we had a boss time. Do you know what I mean? We were doing that tune.
But yeah, back to me. So I was going to do that,
Yep.
but then you guys came here, and
Saved
I was like, might as well just fucking get in on this. You know what I mean? I'm done all right.
Fuck knows how you were.
But I don't know because I probably wouldn't have done that SSR thing.
You
so.
wouldn't have done music, I don't think.
No.
Even though you could have.
No,
Like,
I wouldn't have done it. I don't give a. I wouldn't.
The other thing is,
You don't know. No one has a plan. I would have wanted to be a video editor and all that, but
Yeah,
I
no
don't
one
know.
knows.
How would I have got into it? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
You just don't know.
This,
But I had no plan.
This is what I'm saying about like even when we were doing it and when things started it, we didn't think it was going to happen.
Most of my mates have done really well in trades that they never even thought they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
It's like the biggest one, though, isn't it?
maybe I get into some some other trade.
Maybe you imagine you being like a brickie or something.
Yeah, it might be all right.
Boss that.
Go on, Josh.
The only thing that springs to mind for me is, again, if it wasn't this and being a musician, whatever, it'd be, I was big into design, and still am, but as in, I was actually designing stuff.
Yeah.
In college?
Like, school, then into college.
Graphic design at school, wasn't it?
Graphic design, but then also like physical art stuff. So that was the only thing I can think that I had any other serious passion about. You know what I mean? That enough to want to pursue a career in.
It's weird,
So
isn't it? Like,
obviously, I can't say because I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't on any other path really.
it's weird because I suppose that thing of like having a passion or having a hobby, and I don't know if it's the same for everyone else, but you're almost told to not pursue that because that's a pipe dream and that's fucking up in there. Do you know what I mean?
That's
Imagine
where
if you
I got
listen
lucky
to a
though,
lot
'cause
of
I
the
was
people.
encouraged the opposite.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine
to follow my passion.
Yeah, but imagine if you did the opposite. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I suppose there's also a realistic element to it. Like I remember my mum and dad being like, "You've got a year." Do you know what I mean?
See, like that's like just the Donovan way though. That's quite like my parents never said that.
Yeah, no, but then after it, even after a year, you were still your mum and dad won't be like, "Keep going." Do you know what I mean? After a year, you would have been like, oh.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I would have wanted to do it for like years and years.
Well, that's
just
what I mean.
trying,
I'm just saying, my mum and dad said a year because I was in work. Do you know what I mean? I paid mum and dad rent and stuff, and and then
quite practical people.
At that point, I was like,
You know what I mean?
I can't pay rent. I had to sell my car, and that was how I sort of supported myself for a bit. And mum and dad do you know what I mean? You got a year because I suppose there's an element to it of like it's all well and good being like, oh yeah, but then if you do that and it doesn't go anywhere, then you know what I mean? I'd be fucking
It's a fine line.
25 and just like got nothing, been out of work for years. And I'm like, where have you been? I don't know. It's a weird one, because then I get both.
Some people make it when they're in the 30s or 40s. Like there is no. Do you know what I mean?
No,
you just don't know. You don't have to be young, but it feels like it's quite a young person's game.
I think that
Life is a game for me.
I'm talking about myself here. I think I'd want like if it started breaking now, I'd be a bit more like. Do you think that?
Too serious. Let's have fun.
No, I'm just saying if we were still a band and we weren't Blossoms, we were just like a band who did all right. Say Sold Out Night and Day, and that was about it. Still going.
No, I wouldn't be doing it.
That's what I mean. So you're saying like but then like now you could have had your break now.
Yeah, I suppose, but I'm imagining like I'm still writing songs at home, and somehow someone hears, and I give someone a song. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean make it like you're still slogging away playing gigs and shit.
But I suppose it's weird. It's weird because you're not in that mindset. Like you could do it, and because you're doing that,
It's
you
hypothetical,
could
isn't
just enjoy it. It's Hypothetikellock.
Yeah, it is. It's a fine line to not suck the fun out of you.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Of your passion.
Someone sent us an email. And I was trying to find it. Someone had designed some merch.
Oh, I think I saw that, but yeah.
Someone designed.
Speaking of which, that comes up a lot, so I think we actually probably need to release some podcast merch.
Yeah,
Some simple shit.
Natalie Drew
It does
said,
come up a lot.
"Hi, I hope you all had a great new year and are having a fabulous January. My name is Nat. I'm one of your 5 American fans. Thank you. I know you guys have mentioned Pubcast merch in the past episode, and I thought I'd throw my hat at the ring at designing some Pubcast merch."
Oh, has she designed it?
Yeah. I love all the different segments within the show, so I drew inspiration from some of them. I was having a laugh while making these, and I hope you all do too. I also wanted to share that I'm coming to Manchester the first time in August to see you at Wythenshawe Park.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
one.
Thank you.
I'm so excited, but I just know that do you know what? But I love shit like that. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
coming
cool.
over.
That's
Like,
fucking cool.
we've like,
Yeah,
got
because sometimes you can get yourself a bit like, is anyone asked about the band anymore?
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
do anyway.
No, yeah, I think
And I'm
everyone
like,
has that.
fucking hell, we're getting old. Do you know what I mean? But then it's like people flying from America. It's like it's all right. People like
That's fucking
You
weird.
have to remove
There
yourself
you go,
from that.
Nat. You've made
from the
Tom's.
self-doubt.
You've made
Yeah.
Tom's day. It's hard to do that. I've been his friend.
But,
You changed it from day to hour.
yeah, not get carried away.
Do you want to see? Sorry, I didn't finish it. I'm so excited, but just so you know that we do love y'all here in America too.
Boss.
So a North America
nice.
tour soon, please. We'd love to. It's just fucking
Well, funny you
expensive.
should say that because we had a bit of good news the other
maybe,
week.
yeah.
didn't we?
Might be something
knows?
coming up. Anyways, I hope you guys get a giggle out of the t-shirt designs. Thanks for being one of my favourite bands in the whole world. See you in August. Much love. Nat. P.S. If you could make a request, could you play Blown Rose and Sunday Was a Friend of Mine in Manchester in August?
That's a great tune. And it's
I love
Sunday
Sunday Was a Friend of Mine, to be
love
fair.
playing that.
We're playing on a Sunday as well.
It has to be it.
We will,
Have we got some of the designs?
Must
Come
be
on.
good then.
So there's this first one. Josh.
Let's have a look.
on
Is that on the
the
TV?
man.
It was me and a TV, innit?
Oh, nice.
Here it is, camera. Do you reckon that'll see that? We'll tweet these out as well.
Yeah. Any others?
Yeah. Giving up the toast. I like that one. That's
Let me see
cool.
that. Fairs.
I like that. That's cool. Do you see it, Josh?
Yeah.
You got it?
So I'm not speaking, so it stays on the camera. But yes,
It's cool, isn't it? That's giving up the toast. That's
It's not
yours.
hard, is it?
That's your scene. That
That's
if you were
cool.
to design that T-shirt, that's what you'd do. You'd like just want it black and white, dead
It's not
plain.
hard, is
Just
it?
says it's not hard, is it? That's the other one. I like these Hypothetikellock. I really like that.
Thank you.
That's cool with the question
photo
mark.
of you.
thank you,
That's good.
That's great.
thank you,
Well done.
The Myles in a helmet.
thank you. Last time I wore a helmet, that.
What did he say?
Last time I wore a helmet.
So thank
there,
you all.
there's more.
Oh, was there more?
Yeah. There's just a generic Blossoms Pubcast one
Nice.
using the sign from Stockport.
Tight.
And then that's it. So thanks, Nat. And
Thank
thanks
you.
for all the questions.
Thank you all.
Myles, what is the Gmail?
blossomspubcast@gmail.com.
Oh, before I go, I got some grief off Jim Mack in the group chat for not mentioning his name in the podcast.
Oh, because you always mention Tommy Harrison.
Yeah, so big love,
Do your
Jim.
mates listen to it?
Yeah.
That's class.
I just want to
Yeah.
give an honourable mention to a dedicated fan as well, Neil Summers.
My man.
Nice. So we're doing shout outs.
Does he miss life on the road?
Here we
Do you know what? This is funny. This can be the parting gift for the podcast, which I hope you find it funny. It's not that funny, but so Katie, obviously my wife, Joe's sister, will get a lot of messages because I'm not on like Insta or anything. am I?
Yeah.
So she gets a lot of messages for people like, "Oh, can you show Tom this?" or "I've got a new band, a demo," or blah blah blah. Loads of like
Middleman.
nice stuff. Yeah. So we were having tea the other night. She like showed me this message, and it was like, "Hi Katie, sorry to like disturb you. I've been searching. Basically, she'd been searching like Cameo, them websites for us.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you didn't find me, did you?
No, but it just made me that. So she'd been searching all them websites to try and
Oh,
find where you
shit.
can pay to get us to do like
Yeah,
a video
yeah.
message. And she was like, I can't find them anywhere, but I was wondering if you could like get Tom to a message. I've got to pay you £100.
Jesus
So obviously
Christ.
I was like, no, I'll just do it. Like,
Yeah.
for a
but then I
laugh.
was like, imagine we slipped. Imagine we ended up on Cameo.
What do you think
we'll end
about
up
what do you
there?
think about stuff like that?
I don't
'Cause-
think.
'cause
I think
we-
you should
we-
just give the fans videos.
Yeah, because weirdly, like you say
Yeah,
end up there,
I
but
don't
there's
know.
massive.
I know it's lucrative, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I'm not just saying for Luke. I mean, like you're saying, like the people who are on the slip down sort of are on there, but there's not. There's like artists who are at the top of the
Brian
game.
Cox is on there from Succession.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it because ethically, like, if you want a message, do it. But then again, how are you going to get a message out of me?
I
So
think
it's a service that needs to have doshed to be paid for.
Dosh.
But like, I reckon, like,
people turn it into
perceptive
jobs though. They
but
turn
yeah,
it.
like,
It becomes a job
as
if
a
you're doing it that
perspective,
much.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a job, innit? Like,
Well,
Yeah,
this is what I was going to say. Then I think
don't know.
it's. I think if it's people like ourselves,
If
who-
you're in character, that's different.
that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think if you're in character, then it's different. I think
but
like,
Jay from
like Jay
Between Us does it
Between Us-
as him, Jay as Jay.
exactly,
Yeah.
and I think that is what because
that works. Yeah,
that
I get it.
works. He's playing a character. He's made that character up. He is
If
that character.
we did it, it would be. Or if like I
think
did
just
it.
doing-
Hi guys, Miles from Blossoms here. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
You know, like, give us a
This is why it made me
tenner. Sound.
I love
like,
when Miles said it's tenor.
Yeah,
Give us a tenner.
fucking sound. It's tenner, innit?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Send the video.
Yeah, hope you have a good time. Enjoy your week. See you next week.
Live from Blossoms HQ.